All right, everybody, welcome back to AIMBOT, show all about FPSs and shooter runs. So usually I don't take too long before getting into it. I just wanted to do a quick promotional thing real quick. One and done-a-thon is happening this weekend. It's a marathon I came up with and put together and picked all the runs for. GDQ agreed to showcase it. So I'm really, really excited for that. It's a marathon for, you get one submission, and if you get accepted, you can't ever be in the marathon again. So the goal is to showcase new runners, new stuff. There's a lot of new things in this marathon that like I've never seen before, that I hadn't heard of until I put this marathon together. So I'm really excited for it. I hope people will come by to see it. And that's pretty much it. So the games tonight, we've got, I like to design these episodes with themes. So we've got time shenanigans tonight. So we've got Timesplitters 2 and Timeshift. Now Timesplitters 2, I've seen the run of this. I was the producer for Imosiwa's run at GDQ. This is a difficult run. I'm impressed with what he can do for this game because I tried it a little bit and I tried playing on hard. This is very difficult. He makes it look extremely easy. So, without further ado, Imosiwa, go ahead and take it away.
All right, hello. I'm Imosiwa MC. You can call me Emo for short. A lot easier to say. And here we're going to be doing Timesplitters 2 Hard Story. Thank you for the intro, Amarilyn. Also, you can see we got a great profile. Taquito percent, I think, is the best profile name for the run. I'll give a synopsis of the story. What's going on is you are Sergeant Cortez, and you're going back in time to get the time crystals that the Timesplitters have taken from us. And also it helps, it allows you to complete your mission and get back to Earth, which is the next game. But we're not playing that one, we're playing Timesplitters 2. So I'm just gonna get ready here. We're going to start in 3, 2, 1, go. So going into hard mode, main difference is you don't have a lot of health. At the worst case, you can take about 4 shots. In best case, you can take about 20. So, and some enemies shoot, they have automatic weapons. Some have non-automatic weapons. So you really got to be careful with health management, making sure you're taking out every single enemy, because leaving one alive is can usually kill a run. So starting off right out the bat, we're gonna be pulling out the sniper rifle here and taking out a couple of cameras and some enemies. Get stuck on a fence. See, I've already alerted the guards here. We're just gonna make sure to get all headshots. I've already taken 1 shot. And I'm just making sure to get every enemy here in the starting area. This is definitely one of the hardest spots of the run, just because of how many enemies there are. There we go. And what we got to do in this level is we got to take out the satellite dish. I'll remember to do that. And there's a sniper after us. We're just going to go ahead and ignore that. You don't need to worry about them. And we're just going to get a couple of headshots on some enemies you alerted. We just set off the alarm there. That's okay. It opens the dam, because most enemies in this game, when they need to get through a door, instead of just getting stuck on that door, what they'll do instead is they'll just open it. So a couple of times in the run, I'll trigger alarms on purpose to force enemies to open doors for me. And here, we're going to go for some kills right there. Perfect. And all that was just to make sure we get through here without breaking stealth. Very nice.
I love the punch in the back. It's so good.
Yeah, so punching enemies in the back is actually a 1-shot kill in this game. It deals an insane amount of damage, and it one-shots pretty much everything aside from bosses, which it takes 2 punches. I know. That's a whole nother punch.
Whoa.
I know, yeah. We're gonna pull out the sniper up here. I'm gonna go for a cheeky shot here. Let's see if I can get it. Got it. I just killed the enemy at the top of the dam there. That was mostly swag points there. We're going to be restarting here at the checkpoint in just a moment. We're going to be clearing out all the enemies. Not really clearing all the enemies. So we're going to restart. Let me go back here. We're going to restart from the checkpoint just like this. Do that. Pull this out. we're gonna just die here when we die. What this does is it resets the game to a state that's the exact same every single time. Because the game doesn't keep track of everything that's happened before the checkpoint till now. What it instead does, it assumes that you've done the bare minimum, and so it gets rid of all the enemies, it gets rid of all dropped weapons, and it's really useful for getting rid of all the enemies because there's a couple of ones that we ignored on purpose. And when we trigger the alarms here at the end, every enemy is alerted to us, so even the ones before the checkpoint. So getting rid of those is a really good thing to do. It also resets your health to exactly 33%, which is usually much higher than the amount that we have by that point. A couple of enemies here. And here we're just getting a floppy disk on the floor. Remember, we are in 1990s when floppy disks were a thing. So we're just gonna get that to restore the power. When we get that, the zombies get really angry at us for taking their disk. So we just gotta take them out as well. And then I threw a mine at this pillar earlier, and it took out those 2 sentry guns, which were aimed at this computer room. Typically, they would just shoot you immediately, but I threw the mine there, and so blew both of them up. There's 2 ways to destroy anything like a sentry or a camera. You can either blow it up, or you can just shoot the camera. Most of the time in the run, we'll be shooting cameras instead, just because it's a lot faster. Oh, missed 2 mines there. So here we have to destroy that container there. To destroy it, you have to land. Oh, am I stuck? Oh, I'm stuck. There we go. We're out. That was definitely planned. Yeah, you have to throw 3 mines on that container. You can't use any other weapon, which is very interesting. And here we're gonna get out of the base. We've alerted a lot of enemies to where we are, so we got to make sure we take out the special forces. There's some that are specifically. Oh, I got died. Oops. So I died. It's expected because I took a lot of damage there in the mines, but that's okay. This time we are not soft locked. I made sure of that by not destroying one of the cabinets. We're gonna just take care of this stuff again, and take care of that. Perfect. So we got both those turrets down again, and I can talk more about other stuff like the health. A lot of the time you'll notice that like when I first start the level and I get like hit in the head, I lose about half my health, and then if I get hit in the head again, I only lose about a quarter of my health. The visual for health is not entirely accurate. It might show that you have half health, but you actually have 3/4 health. Basically, the lower your health gets, the more health you actually have behind the scenes. So if you have like 3/4 of your, if you have like a quarter of your health remaining, then you have about half your health. Sorry, you have about half your health. It's interesting though because your armor doesn't work like that. Your armor is exactly accurate to how much you have left. So if you have half your armor, you have exactly half armor left. Here we're gonna throw these 3 mines and get out of here. Not getting stuck on that zombie this time.
I was gonna say, how easy is it to get like stuck on them? Because like obviously you're just weaving around them really easily, but
it is very easy to get stuck on them. They will. You can't push enemies in this game. So if you like run into an enemy, you can't push them away. So it is very easy to get stuck on enemies. I'm gonna make sure to kill these enemies here. Oh. There we go. I'm just gonna take this like that. And I don't have any ammo on this weapon, but we're going to call it the pistol. There we go. We're gonna do a little corner peeking right now, just because I don't have a lot of health. I'm gonna try to save that for the boss fight. Oh.
Oh.
Where did he come? Huh, interesting. Oh yeah, I'm just getting first level's going a little rough so far. Hey. There we go. Okay, so I'm gonna make sure I actually get all the enemies this time. And I'll make sure I have more health. You can't get more health in this game. When you lose health, you permanently lose that health and you can't get any more of it back. And so, you know, like I said, for getting an enemy, they come back, and especially these ones, most enemies in this game have a difficulty rating from 15 to 1. all the enemies that spawn after you've blown up the crate at the bottom of the dam have 1 difficulty, which is the highest amount. So that means they will typically shoot really fast and be really accurate. Most of them will hit 4 out of 5 shots in the head. So when they don't shoot you in the head, it's like really that's a really rare occurrence. Yeah, so we're just gonna go through again. I'm gonna make sure we got the armor, turn on the power.
I'm surprised how unfriendly this seems to be with checkpoints. Like, this is pretty far back.
Yeah, so in Siberia, this checkpoint is really, really far back from the end of the level. Although, funnily enough, it is actually exactly halfway through the level. The individual level speedrun for this level is 4 minutes and 38 seconds right now. And the checkpoint is 2 minutes in. So it's like, it's still super interesting how it's just so far back. You have to do so much. I definitely want to make sure I make it at the top of the dam. You see, this time the enemies are acting differently. The last time I was here, that enemy that was at the top of the stairs was already set to start shooting me. However, this time it wasn't even trying to do that. Let me make sure this one spawned. Okay, it did. He's running away. Very good. So this time they're all aggroed on the zombies for some reason. I don't know why they do that, but sometimes how the enemies spawn in is when the enemy is spawned, it is told to target a specific enemy. And so if that enemy is alive, then they will only target that enemy. And then when they die, they default to going to the player. And now that we're at the top of the elevator, we're just going to the top of the dam. We got a couple minute wait, or a couple second wait, I said rather. There's some mines.
Now, are you like killing enemies with those mines or just swag?
No, just swag. And here, a couple of enemies spawn on both sides of the dam, and I'm going to kill them immediately, and then just start shooting the helicopter with my my Soviet. We're also going to snipe it. Oh, I don't have a sniper. There we go. Oh, I got it. Nice. So weirdly enough, everything in this game has a headshot hitbox, even bosses, even vehicles like a helicopter. And so I was aiming the missiles up specifically so that they would hit the tail of the helicopter, because that counts as a headshot. And so it would do way more damage than it's intended. That was the first level. That was one of the hardest ones. Next level is Chicago. Main goal of this level is to defeat Big Tony and to drain his whiskey barrels. And then also you're escorting a friendly NPC. So there's an escort mission in this one. So to drain the whiskey barrels in this level, they only check for if they're halfway drained. So we're just going to be making sure we shoot them above the halfway point. And we're also going to go for I'm going to go for a swag strat here. I mentioned that everything has a headshot hitbox, as well as everything has a back hitbox, including objects. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to punch the car, and that should one-shot it. I'll take damage, but that'll be okay.
Wait, so the whiskey barrels have like location, like it can tell where it gets shot?
Yeah.
That's wild.
Do that? Yeah, we should be good there. Punch once. And it should be good. And we're gonna take care of the bar here. So normally you're supposed to talk to Marco first. But we just go straight to the bar and it starts the fight. So there's 3 sets of enemies you gotta kill twice. And so I'm using, what I have out is called the temporal uplink. It shows where enemies are and where friendlies are on the map. There's 1, 2, and there's 3. Then we just gotta shoot that barrel over there. Gonna have to remind me to do that because I might forget. But yeah, the barrels, they know like how long they've been draining for, and shooting them above the halfway point ensures that they drain for the minimum amount of time. Or you can blow them up like I did with the second barrel. There we go. Do that. And so right now we're escorting Marco. We can't make this go faster, but we know that some enemy so when the enemies spawn in, like I mentioned last level, they're told to target a very specific NPC or player. In this case, the 3 that spawn behind Marco. Well, actually, let me play pool real quick. Hold on. The 3 that spawn behind the player immediately target Marco, and the other 3 target the player. And so we just want to make sure the ones that target Marco don't shoot him, because when an NPC gets shot, or let me phrase that, when a friendly gets shot, they, as you can see, that they cower and crouch, and that will cause them to slow down, and that will make that escort take more time. This barrel, and I'm pretty sure, no, I did get it. Okay, good. I wanted to make sure I got the barrel that was where Tony's brother was. And here we're navigating up here to get a, we're getting a membership pass so we can enter the club. We're just gonna blow up that safe with TNT. The TNT can land literally anywhere in the room. All that matters is that the explosion is in range of the, in range of the safe. There we go, to take that armor from him. Doesn't even know what happened. Here we got a lot of health. We got about 75% health and full armor. We're cruising right now. I hit a ricochet shot there. Sometimes bullets can just bounce off the wall randomly, which is nice. And it ended up staggering the braces that spawn there. There's like some mini bosses in each level. In this level, one of the mini bosses is braces. He still dies to 1 headshot, but he has a lot of accuracy and health. And so you want to make sure you're staggering him as soon as possible. Here we're gonna get the dual Tommies. Take care of that enemy there. And now we're going to be taking Tony out. And usually when you get shot, you get pushed. But I just went ahead and crouched there. When you crouch, what happens is you don't get pushed anymore because it would be annoying. And so we just crouch there in front of the boss and hit him in the head with the dual Tommies, and it just melts him.
Yeah, I was gonna say that seemed way easier than when I tried it.
Yeah, man, the dual Tommies are very, very, very useful. We take out a very specific enemy behind us that would usually just pelt us with bullets. And if you're not crouched, you're going to be getting pushed around a lot. You're not going to be able to hit the head. When you're crouched and you're aiming somewhere, your reticle won't move. And so you can easily just pinpoint an enemy and just lock on their head. So this level is Notre Dame. This level has a lot of zombies. So we're going to be going for a lot of insta-kill headshots. There's only actually, what was that? Sorry.
That thing that Notre Dame is famous for, you know, zombies.
Yeah, zombie, exactly, Notre Dame. So yeah, there's a lot of zombies in this level. Overarching story is the main villain of this level has taken some maidens hostage, and we're gonna free them. Of course, there's only actually 4 enemies in this level. There's a mini boss, the Scourge Splitter. There is the Undead Priest, which we will encounter later on, and there's 2 bosses. There's only a few of those. Here we're gonna start freeing the maidens. To do that, you can either walk up to them and press the activate button, or you can just shoot the lock like this, and it frees them as well. We're also gonna back punch the zombies. That gray zombie actually has so much health that it takes 2 back punches to kill. He's a very beefy one. Or you can just hit him in the head once with a shotgun shell. And then you'll notice there, I didn't actually kill every zombie. I only killed very specific ones. Like I mentioned earlier, when an enemy is spawned, they are told to go after a very specific enemy. Let me make sure I actually get the spawn here. Get the duels. Yes, okay, good. When an enemy is spawned, they're told to go after a very specific enemy. And if that enemy is dead, then they just go after the player. Since I killed the ones going after the maiden, since I killed the ones going after the maidens, and the ones that the other ones that spawned were going after the player, there were no more going after maidens, and so I could just free them and they would run away. Take you out. Nice having one of those there for extra ammo. And so here we gotta defend this last maiden from a few zombies. Hopefully I don't get a ricochet headshot. Sometimes while aiming. Sorry, what was that?
I didn't even twig until now that this is doing Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Yeah.
So long.
There we go. Yeah, right now we're defending the Hunchback and the Maiden. The Hunchback has very high accuracy and health, so you can take a few bullets. And now that we've helped them out, we're gonna go navigate up the staircase. A fire zombie spawns. We're just gonna hit him once, and then we're going to sneak around, grab a shotgun, One more. There we go. Now, normally you could just run by them and you'd get set. The fire would set you on fire, but when you're outside, it's raining, so that would put you out. But we're going to ignore that because I don't have a ton of health right now. And this is the first mini boss of the game. He spawns here, and then you just hit him 14 times in the head, and he's dead. There we go. Typically, this is a lot harder of a fight, but with the dual Lugers dealing so much damage to the head, that boss not moving, and the enemies with guns taking so long to get to us, we can just melt them and run away. And here we're on the roof. This is one of the harder sections. Make sure we get all headshots here. That is one of the mini bosses, the Scourge Splitter, the purple wreath around him. You see he took out a lot of my health there, nearly all my armor. And here's one more Scourge Splitter that's going to spawn. They take typically 4 to 6 shotgun shells to kill. There we go. Now the boss, we just take him out. There we go, perfect. Believe it or not, that's one of the faster times that I've done the roof. Typically doing the roof is very slow and hard because there's tons of enemies that spawn. You don't have enough shotgun shells. You might run out of pistol ammo and not pick one up. You might just get killed immediately because there's just so many enemies. Yeah, those are all things that can happen. We prepare for those.
It's just always so stressful seeing the health drop.
Yeah, it's always stressful. But now that we've done so before last month, we actually didn't know. We didn't really know much about how the health worked. All we knew is that when it got lower, you took less damage. Once we learned that behind the scenes, that your health visual does not match exactly how much health you have left. Having low health, you're a lot more confident. You can, oh, I only have 25% of my health. Cool, I'm at half health. Now we're returning to Planet X. This is one of the futuristic levels with a sci-fi handgun that shoots 3 bullets at once. Very cool. It's actually one of the few levels in the game that gives you more health. You wouldn't notice this just kind of playing it, but this level gives you 1.5 times more health than you would normally have in story. So typically you would have 15 health, but in this level you have 22.5 health, which is arbitrarily that number doesn't really mean much. But just know in general, most guns deal 4 damage to the head and 1 to the body. You can take quite a few more bullets in this level. And it also affects your... Oh, what was that? Sorry.
I was going to say, you said you could take 4 headshots and then you're dead. That's a pretty significant increase. That's like an extra 2 or 3 shots, I think.
Yes, I think it's 3 more headshots exactly, which is a huge barrier. So if you get 6 headshots, you can now live through a 7th one. You'll have like half a point of health, but you'll live.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so what's going on in this level, story-wise, is the Mizor and the Ozor Mox. They're red and blue are at war, and we got our ship shot down, and so we are fighting through to get to the ship to save it so that we can get it, and then we're also trying to live from the war. And so you notice we're just kind of going straight to the enemy spawns to take them out. This is because there's just, when they're spawning in, they don't shoot. And so you can just go for the head immediately, and they can't do much about it. You'll also notice that the enemies have a really cool weapon that shoots like 3 bullets at once. It looks really cool. It's called the Mox weapon. The player can't wield it at any point in the game, but it shoots either 3 beams horizontally or 3 beams vertically. Looks really cool. It doesn't deal a lot of damage. Now we're going to enter into the UFO. I waited for the teleporter to intersect with the cloud behind it. What I did there is I pushed forward as soon as it was, and that allowed me to have full speed running into the ship to save like half second. Every second matters. Now here, there's usually a big fight going on that you're gonna kill a bunch of enemies. We're just gonna run right by it and ignore it, and let them duke it out. Now usually the Mizor Mox win there because they have the better weapon. And right now we're navigating our way to a secret entrance to a base where we're going to take out some UFOs. And you'll actually notice here we're back at the start of the level. We're just on the ledge behind us. One enemy here. Entering in here. Now, usually you could use this first one, that first big turret to take out the UFOs, but you actually miss a crucial set, which would save time. And so we actually go to the second one, and we enter into it, and then we can start shooting. And so they spawn
they
the
just
same.
kind of
What was that?
they just kind of blow up.
Yeah, they just kind of blow up. One shot. Just one shot, one kill. This turret has 2 firing modes. It's got like this main one where it shoots like in a circle pattern, or you can use your alternate fire and shoot 6 at once. That would be really good, but it only shoots 6 shots, and usually only one would hit, and it would miss the rest of the UFOs, and so it's just kind of unoptimal. But I'll try to get 1 kill with it. Let's see. They're gonna come out of this little base here next. Ah, dang. All right, that's fine. We're just gonna get the next set right here. And so normally I would start shooting this one immediately, but if you shoot immediately and you kill the 13th UFO as soon as it spawns, the 15th UFO will spawn on the next set. And so what we do is we wait on purpose to destroy the 13th one until the 14th one is spawned. Then we can destroy the 13th. Because if you don't, then you have to wait for a full another cycle of UFOs, and that takes 8 seconds. We always thought it was a bug, but it is not a bug.
Yeah,
I
I
do
was,
wonder-
I was gonna say, like, how do you find that out? Because it seems like if you're playing the game optimally, you'd be like, this one just takes a while to spawn.
Yeah, you would. That's what we thought. I think like behind the scenes, it doesn't want to spawn an extra UFO, and so they want to wait until like if there's 2 left, it won't spawn a 3rd one or something. I don't know. Very interesting. It feels like a bug. We found it like on accident, just looking through a bunch of footage. Fortunately, we were able to just look at footage like, oh, hey, look at that. This person did this. We don't know why it happens, but we now know how it works.
Yeah.
Neo Tokyo. This level is another escort at the start, although it's actually more of a follow mission. So you're following an NPC around, getting to their base. Typically on easy and normal, you would just sit at the end and wait for the enemy. But on hard mode, we have to do some other stuff because there's a lot of bugs that can happen in this level, specifically one that makes this level, you have to reset it. So what we're going to do is instead of following the enemy at the start in front of us, we're just going to drop down and immediately go to the end of the level. The cameras take the same rotation every single time, so we can just navigate here without looking at where they are. We got stuck on an enemy there. Sometimes they'll do a little like beep saying they saw us, but they need to see you for about a second before they alert any enemies. We did not get the bug. Very good. So the bug would be an enemy that's watching that area would see you through the wall, and then if that enemy were to then see you, it would alert the other one that you're following, that you're supposed to be following. So to fix that, we go there first, and if the bug does happen where they do see us through the wall, we have a fix where we just sit outside the door and the enemy resets, which is convenient. And so here we do have to wait for about 30 seconds for the enemy to get here. This is just because she has to walk here. And if she sees you, then you immediately fail the mission. It doesn't say you failed. You just won't go to the base anymore. So you have to know that you failed. Fortunately, looking at the uplink, I'll explain what's going on it. You'll see there's green blips, red blips, and purple angles, as well as red angles on my right. The red angles are police cars. If they see you, they immediately trip the alarms. The purple ones are cameras. If they see you, you have about 1 second to get out of their view before they do anything, or before they set off the alarm. There's also the red blips are enemies, and the green blips are friendlies. That's good to know there. We just broke some glass and got a couple of guns there. Very convenient. They left those lying there for us with some ammo. We're just going to kind of navigate through this section again. And then we're actually going to turn around here. So a new strat we found recently is we kill a very specific civilian that spawns. This male civilian 3. What that does is that prevents another enemy in the base from resetting their position. What resetting the position means is when an enemy spawns, they spawn on a node or a position of the map. And when an enemy has to reset, it means there's too many things in the map at once. And so that one then goes back to its original spawn. And so that'll cause a lot of issues later on where they'll run into me, they'll break stealth, really annoying. So to prevent that, we take that enemy out, that civilian out. That specific civilian allows this to go smoothly. And here we're gonna take that enemy out a little sooner than we should. So that way we can also take out the person we were escorting. Fortunately, you don't have to leave the person you're escorting alive. All that matters is that you saw the password they entered. Take them out. Perfect. We did take a little bit of damage, but that's going to be okay. We're also swap reloading the camera, funnily enough, to save a little bit of time. Also going to take out a couple of these sentries just to save a little bit of health. There we go. And now that we've taken some pictures of what's going on in this base, we alerted the police to what's going on, and we're going to start leaving. Here we're just going to run right on through. So this leaving the space is really hectic. A lot of enemies spawning all at once. But we know where all of them are. So we're just going to be taking them all out one by one. Here, 3 of them spawn. We got one right there. One right there. And this one right here. Oh, you're still alive. Perfect. And I believe I killed this one a little too soon. No, I didn't. Perfect. And leaving here, there's a grenade that's tossed behind us. We can just ignore that. You saw a great example there of an enemy resetting. They were behind cover, very safe, but they chose to leave that cover and reset to their spawn position. And we're also going to go ahead and visit the master here to get some more health. He's a little Easter egg in this level. That gives you a little more health, which is very nice. Take out the boss. Funnily enough, that boss doesn't have a health bar, but it still has the same amount of health as the boss. Takes around 8 shots to kill. Navigate over here. A couple of enemies guarding him, but we're just gonna.
Oh, that guy woke up, came to work today.
He came to work today. Wow. Wow. Okay, but that was unfortunate. So now we have a lot more health. I'm gonna try to save this health this time. And now that we restart from the checkpoint, thing is going to be even easier because everything is going to be the exact same as when you practice it from the checkpoint. So there's going to be this enemy here, going that way, this enemy sitting in here. There we go. I probably had exactly 4 health there because that was, I probably had enough health to take a headshot. A piece of my foam fell. All right, go through here. So now we're just going to be escaping again. I didn't take out this turret because we have a lot of health. We're just going to hug the left wall, and then that turret can't hit us. We don't know why. The turret will see you, but it won't be able to hit you for some reason. And we're leaving here, ignoring those enemies now because we have so much health. Yeah, see, this time we have a ton of health, so we can just run right by. Perfect. And so this time, let me see if this enemy spawns. Okay, so if there's an enemy that spawns there, I know that in that case, the boss is not aggressive towards me, so I can just run right in here and aim right for the head. There we go. Crystal go. I was over there. There we go. And also, magically, that glass has repaired itself because reasons.
Breaking in not breaking, vandalism never happened.
Yeah, no, it never happened. We reset the map. And there's one enemy around this corner. There we go. A couple of guards heading at the end here. Gonna take them out, and boom. All right, now we're done with the level. Now we're gonna be going to Wild West. This level is very hard because every enemy in here has extremely high accuracy. The weapon does a lot of damage. Oops. Now the weapon does a lot of damage, the main one they use. There's a lot of enemies, tons of enemies every corner. So we're going to be making sure to take out literally every single one as we're going through, while also trying to go fast. So at the start here, I'm going to kite to the left. So I'm going to move to the left to dodge an enemy shot so they don't hit me in the head. If you just walk forward, that enemy will pretty much always hit you in the head and take out 4 health. Then you'll have only 75% health. You can see with literally every shot I'm taking damage, which is very nice and fair. And so One of the things you have to do in this level is tear down some wanted posters. And one of them was up there. And so what we did is we took a very specific line there at the start to get that as soon as possible. Leave that sniper alive. We're also going to shoot that crate once to prime it. To make crates blow up, the explosive ones at least, you had to shoot them twice. So we shoot it once with the sniper, and then again if we're leaving to blow it up. And that will free Ramona from jail, which is the would normally be player 2, but we don't have player 2 in this case. And then you see a camera in the top left shows some enemies coming after me. Both of them were pointing their guns at me through the wall, and so I knew they were both aggressive towards me. So I was prepared for that. And here we got a lot of enemies. Like that. 3, 4, 5. Most enemies in this level take 2 to 3 shots to kill. Yeah, see, most of them are dead now. One enemy in here. And now we got to free Ramona from the barn fire. But we're also going to shoot her once just to get by her a little bit quicker. To get a poster that's up there. And get this poster. And for the sake of safety, I'm going to go ahead and restart here. This will despawn all enemies and also allow me to tear down this poster again for credit. Normally you can't do that, but the game only remembers the art of the second poster. It doesn't actually remember if you teared it down between checkpoints. You can just tear it down again, and you can ignore the actual 7th poster. Here we're gonna get some armor as well.
I was gonna ask, a lot of the aiming through this level like seems pretty precise. Like I played some shooters on the PS2 and I was nowhere near this accurate. Like how hard is it to learn like when to shoot and to control like this?
So it definitely takes a really long time. The auto aim is a very good blessing in this game. If as long as the enemy is about in the center of the screen, the game will auto aim towards the enemy, which is really nice for hitting body shots. But the headshots just take a whole lot of practice. You really you just gotta get a feel for it. So playing this on the PlayStation 2 with a DualShock 2 controller specifically is the best way to aim in this game because the sticks are very consistent. They're very, it feels very good to aim. Whereas if you're on like Xbox or GameCube, it's going to be really difficult to aim just because the sticks aren't as accurate. So that's, one thing that would help train the aim. It's also just practice, many, many years. You also notice I just completely ignore this boss fight by just not looking at the boss. We still have to do it, but I just completely went around it by just not looking at him. So now we're just gonna be chilling here, waiting for the boss to come to us. Killing some Reaper Splitters while we're waiting. Here we go. And there's Colonel right there. Snipe him out real quick. Yep, we know you are the Colonel. You are very cool. Oh, I'm out of ammo. Let me do this.
Come on, boys, get it.
Drop.
Whoa.
What did I die to?
It looked like you got like caught in a corner or something.
Yeah, that was weird. I should not have died there. I had plenty of health, or so I thought. Apparently I didn't have plenty of health. Yeah, I'll go through the boss fight normally now. We'll go ahead and not delay the spawn. Go ahead and take you out as well. One of the things that messed that up was I took the time crystal. Taking the time crystal in this level spawns the Reaper Splitters. They're incredibly lethal. And pretty much one-shot you with their lightning hands. I gotta take them out. You can see for the most part, aiming at the body of the enemies, the gun will just it'll just kind of lock on them lightly. Oh, hey, there's the boss. Okay, we're just gonna go ahead and do this. There we go. We also got some ammo there because I was really low. In that room, there's a dual Garrett on the ground. We can go ahead and grab that. Some ammo. And there's a lot of enemies that spawn here. If my health gets low enough, I might go for a little bit of a safer strat. So we're gonna push this minecart again. This will open up the time crystal area. We're gonna do this. We're gonna zoom in there with the sniper rifle and then swap back to our dual revolver. What this does is when you are zoomed in with the sniper rifle, it would be really disorienting to be getting moved around while you're zoomed in so far with a sniper rifle. And so what the game does is it disables you being able to get pushed like it does when you're crouched. And so what you do is if you swap to a dual pistol, it doesn't take away that property. And so you can just walk around without getting moved. Also, all the bullets will always only leave your right weapon. Very strange. But it's very convenient for not getting moved around. And now we're in Atom Smasher. This is a level that if Siberia didn't stop you, or if Siberia was not difficult enough, this level is hard. A lot of enemies. And in this level, the checkpoint is about 1 minute in, even when the level is about 5 minutes long. Dying this level is really, it really sets you back far. And there's also a timer, which doesn't help anything.
Seems nice and stressful.
Yeah, very stressful. Yeah, they want to make sure you feel the stress of this level. The music also does that too. The music is fantastic. We're gonna go ahead and start by turning off some cameras so they don't see us, and grabbing a pistol and taking out most of these enemies with headshots. It's very important to get headshots because the scientists are really buggy, and if you don't kill them with a headshot, if you kill the enemies with a headshot, the scientists will be cowering down for 5 seconds before they're actually able to defuse the bombs. And we're just gonna go ahead and navigate through this hallway. Saw us coming behind him. Okay, I'm missing my shots. Headshot. Get that. So normally there's a faster way to go through this hallway. We're just gonna go ahead and go a little bit slower. Yeah, definitely. Okay, we have 1 health. It will be. Let's see. We might do a checkpoint here if I live. Yeah, that's what I thought. I had just about 1 HP there. You can see the bar was really, really low. Much better to just restart there because I took a little bit extra damage than I should have. I also alerted the enemies in the hallway. As you can see, this level, it's really hard. A lot of enemies. Again, like last level, very high accuracy. There's mainly 2 enemies in this level. There's the yellow henchmen and the dark ones. The yellow ones don't have as much accuracy, but the dark ones have a lot of accuracy. There we go, get the headshot. Reset, very interesting. The dark ones have really high accuracy and typically have 2 weapons, so they're going to be shooting you twice in the head. So yeah, we gotta defuse the bombs. Only the scientist can defuse that, and only the scientist assigned to that bomb can defuse a bomb. So if I let the scientist that would normally defuse bomb 1 die, I have to restart the level because only the first scientist can destroy it. See, this time a lot smoother. There's an enemy dark henchman there on cover. There we go. And we're gonna take out that turret right there. And you notice there we peeked that sniper. Snipers in this game are really interesting, especially the enemy ones. Enemy snipers specifically will always shoot their first shot as soon as they see the player. Also, these scientists are on fire. Unfortunate for them. Enemy snipers will always shoot their shot immediately as soon as they see the player, whether or not they're in their view. And so we first look at them so they start shooting, and then we peek around a corner so they can't actually hit us. And now we're going to be going for the explosive route. Just going to blow everything up. There we go. Get this extinguisher, and he blew himself up. Very nice. Perfect. And we went ahead and took out a sentry that was there on top of a crate with a remote mine. These things are really good. Basically, you can throw them on anything, and then they will... I didn't put that in the right spot. Gotta put it right there. And then you can press the trigger button, and it will blow them up. You can put as many down as you want at a time, which is very nice for stuff like that. Blowing up anything you want from range. And here we're going to take care of a bomb. This one has no scientist assigned to it, so you have to defuse it by blowing it up in a safety spot. Just like that. And down. And we also grabbed another fire extinguisher, because there's another fire up ahead. Also, there's another sniper. Okay, so he shot me. There he is. Missed that one. There we go. Then we're going to make sure to save plenty of remote mines. That mine was a little far back, and so it didn't quite blow up both the enemies in those crates. You'll also notice that those mines were exploding through the crates. I don't know why. We don't know why yet. But mine explosions, when they're on the crate, will just go right through the crate. A very interesting interaction. And here, we're going to blow up enemies in a very specific order with remote mines as well. One in there, and one there. Now, notice I waited for an enemy to say, hey. That ensured I did not break stealth in this section. Then we're going to snipe this one and snipe this one. Got him. And there's a couple more enemies around this corner. And you see we got 4 minutes on the clock. We won't need those 4 minutes, but it's nice to have. There's a couple of enemies over here, and that's the hard part of the level done. All the main enemies killed, all the bombs defused. So normally this is where the stress would leave you. But we have a harder part up ahead, which is the boss. We're gonna go ahead and do that sniper glitch we did in the last level where we can't get pushed around. We're just gonna kind of walk through this pipe area while not getting pushed around. Turn on the sprinklers here to put out the fire. A little sentry there. We just went ahead and shot the camera on the turret. One enemy there, take him out. And now we got a little bit of health. We got about 75% health, so we don't really got to worry about taking damage here. You do got to worry about killing the boss properly, because there is a wrong way to do it. Hopefully I don't do that. One there. Placing mines on specific enemy spawns as soon as the boss is set. Perfect, boss dead. Cool, took out all the enemies there. Very good.
Nice.
Take them out, and we're out. Now, normally that fight is really hard because you would kill Kalos, and then those two Scourge Splitters would spawn, shooting incredibly fast, always hitting headshots, and they would take a really long time to kill. On top of that, you're trying to turn off the bomb, turn off the reactor. Really hard. We just don't kill the boss, and we wait for the Scourge Splitter. We wait for the reactor to be turned off, then we kill the boss. So that way we don't have to worry about the Scourge Splitters at all. And now we're navigating to Aztec Ruins. This one's more of a jungle level. I like this one. We're going to go ahead and be killing the monkeys, unfortunately. If we kill them... I know, no, save the monkeys. If we kill them, though, in a very... if we kill 2 monkeys, specifically like that, and then kill every single enemy on the way to the second part of the level, then maybe I won't get hit by exploding melons. And you'll see what I mean by exploding melons in just a moment. Basically, some of the monkeys can just throw watermelons that explode at you, and they deal huge damage. So right here, we're going to find out if we did it properly. If we did it right, a monkey should just walk off the pillars. We did. Perfect. So now we will have that to not worry about. So here we're solving a puzzle. I know you all like puzzles. You have to basically match the pillars to the picture adjacent to it. And once you've done that, this door will open, just like that. And then a couple of enemies spawn. There's one more left. There's also a monkey right here. Missed him. That's okay. That one won't, shouldn't be too much of a problem. We're opening a door earlier on in the level by pulling that and allowing the water to work. Here we're going to be getting a bunch of headshots. One of the annoying things about the crossbow is you'll notice it has a chambering animation where it pulls the ratchet back. That can definitely cause you to miss some shots because you got to wait for that to pull back before you can shoot again. I can see a couple enemies here. Kill them. A couple ones here. Get them with headshots. Really low in health. All right, there we go. We got armor. Oof. One enemy here. Did a very specific peeking method there to make sure that that enemy always misses. Take that one out. And these monkeys all throw exploding melons, all while we're trying to bait some enemies to fall into traps. Oh, I died. Okay.
Dang.
What time are we at right now, Emerlin? So I can know.
We are 47:22.
47:22. Okay, gotcha. Okay, I'm starting a little faster. Okay. So I gotta make sure I kill those monkeys because they definitely throw exploding melons and they hurt. Fortunately, we did another checkpoint there. That made sure everything will be the same every single time. Just you. Okay. I'm gonna be very careful with the monkeys here. I went for a little bit of a peeking method here. I'm gonna go for a different one. There we go. It was a little bit safer. Definitely a bit slower, but we're going for a safer one there. So our goal here is to drop the golems into these pits here because we can't kill them yet. You need an explosive weapon to take them out. It is ground pound animation. Okay, we got an armor here. We got plenty of health. There we go. Perfect. You can only kill them by dropping them into traps and killing them like that. That's what we do there. And then the second part of the level, you get an explosive weapon to take them out. All right. And here we have to take out some faces to open the second part of the level. They turn around in a random order, and you can hear which one orders or which one turns. You got to shoot the red eyes. They're typically not lethal. They shoot one shot at you if you miss. So we're just going to be kind of listening for that right now. Are there any questions that anyone's had?
I mean, a lot of people have been mentioning that a lot of these levels look very similar to like GoldenEye, Turok, you know, a lot of things like that. Do you know if that was intentional or if it was just like coincidental game design?
I don't know about the Turok one. I do know that the same developers who worked on this game worked on GoldenEye 007, same studio. Yeah. You're definitely going to see, it's definitely going to really feel like that because it was the same people making the game. The Turok one, I've noticed that there's a couple of challenges in this game that they reference Turok. I don't know if they're exactly based off of it, but it's pretty implied though. And here we're at the Indiana Jones part of the temple. There's also
Speaking
a boulder
of influences.
Here we got a boulder coming after us. There we go. And here we're at the last part of the level. A couple of golems guarding a time crystal. We're going to grab the grenade launcher here. Oh, just have the wrong weapon out. And so instead of aiming this directly at the enemies, we're going to shoot it at the floor. Because when you shoot the grenade launcher at the floor, it splits that one shot into 3. And so since those golems take 3 shots to kill, we shoot that right at their feet, the floor below their feet. So it splits into 3, and those 3 all hit them immediately. And I made sure to make sure that sound is on. A really, really interesting game crash is if you have the sound trigger, if you have the sound off, then the game will crash when you try to load that cutscene we just skipped. It's very weird. Thought I would mention that because it's very interesting bug that we found out. It totally did not kill a world record pace run a few months ago. Now we're going to Robot Factory. This is another level that you have more health on. In this level, you have 2 times the amount of health that you would normally have. And you'll see why you need that much health. It's a very futuristic level. You got a lot of enemies back and forth. We're going to be trying to run past most of them just to save time. And we got to open up a little section there. Didn't push that fast enough. And we're going to be getting armor left and right because you will need it. And here we're going to open up a bridge for the second half of the level. And then make sure we're tagging these enemies so they don't headshot us. Now we got full health. That's going to go away real quick here. There we go. So we just shoot 1 grenade at that tall bot. So there's 2 main enemies in this level. There's the skinnier enemies, the chassis bots, and then there's the really bulky enemies, the sentry bots. Those 2 we just killed are sentry bots. The sentry bots have a ton of health, and there's many, many of them. The chassis bots are very weak. They have low accuracy. We have full health, by the way. That's not normal. It's not normal. The sentry bots have a lot of health, and you'll see that up here. They take 2 back punches to kill, and they are all over the level. However, we just got our cheat sheet to beating the level, the laser gun. Now, playing through this game casually, you wouldn't know how to use laser gun because it's unexplained how it works. But basically, you can charge it up, and you might think that holding it for a longer amount of time would charge it up to do more damage. It actually doesn't. You only need to hold the trigger button down for 17 frames before you have a fully charged shot that deals max damage. And as you can see, one shot's literally everything. Every enemy gets one shot by it, and the sentry bots get 2 shots. We're gonna do that. Take care of a couple of straggling enemies with a grenade there. Do that, perfect. And then right now we're destroying some nodes. The goal of this level, story-wise, is to destroy the factory by taking out the sentry nodes and by defeating the boss. And of course, getting the time crystal. So here we're just getting some enemies behind us, since there's a node over here. Slow this down. Gotta be quick here. Oh my God. Dang, yeah, I got melted. But
those security nodes seem to, like, they have a lot of health compared to, like, the, you know, obviously everything you've been shooting so far. It seems like you gotta take a really long time to get them.
Yeah, you gotta hit, they each take 3 shots to kill. I'm already at 75% health, wow. Yeah, they have a lot of health, and they're also, it's hard to hit them because typically that bot's moving while I'm doing that because I'm trying to move it forward. You only really have a few seconds to take it out before the enemies behind you start catching up and start just decimating you. You see there, even though I had full health, I got just decimated by the enemies.
Yeah.
That one hit. Okay, there we go, perfect. Let me make sure I shoot 2 grenades there to take out the enemy because I knew I only had 75% health here. There we go. Perfect. And up here, a ton of enemies will spawn, but I'm just going to take them out with a couple of grenades here. A couple of well-placed ones.
Uh-oh.
Okay, there we go. Yeah, so I'm actually going to do something different here so I can get a health pack. Because there's a health pack in this level, and it restores half your health. Good. Okay. I'm going to go a little slow here. Check this out. Oh, I didn't get the laser gun. Definitely need that. What?
Oh.
Those were... Okay. Okay. I'm so sorry. This is taking so much longer than it should.
That's okay.
It's the nerves. It's the nerves. This is definitely... that's never happened before, for sure. It's definitely had a very large explosion radius. Okay. Yeah. I was waiting. So there is a health pack in this level. The health pack is at about the... it's where you get that first Electro Tool. And it gives you half your health back, which is really useful. Unfortunately, in the full game speedrun, you're typically just slow enough that you can't get it on the go-around, and you're just fast, and you can't be just fast enough to get it before it goes away. In the individual level, you can be fast enough and get it before it goes away. But in the full game run, you can't get it. It's just a little too little out of range. I'm gonna throw these grenades here, and I make sure we're walking sideways here. We walk sideways there because there's an enemy right behind us, and if you don't look at them, they won't fully render in, and so they'll just slow down when shooting and do things a little bit differently. So we do that specifically to avoid taking damage. And here I'm gonna wait for that health bot. You can see on my uplink is a small square in front of me. Enemies on my right, gonna run now. We got the health back. And now we got a bunch of health.
Excellent.
Excellent. Making sure it's nice and safe.
Yeah, I mean, you know, people are saying in chat, but like this does look really rough. If like one thing goes wrong, it's just suddenly you're in so much trouble.
Yeah, like if one thing goes wrong, like you gotta go do backup strats. You gotta watch for enemies on your left and right. You never know what might happen. Like these things are usually not here because I went a little bit slower. They are gonna be there. So I'm gonna take them out really quickly. You can see they also one-shot your armor bar. They deal 8 damage to the head. So it's really critical to make sure they are turn around, get an enemy that was chasing me. And here you have to stand still, which doesn't help anything. Do that. 1, 2. Perfect. So I killed the right enemies there. Grenade. Push this forward. So the bottom right has a speed. We typically push that until it has a 50 speed. And I throw one more grenade there, and that should be all I need to do. There we go. Perfect.
Nice.
And here, we're going to use the checkpoint. Perfect. Normally, I'd die there to use the checkpoint, but I've died a lot, and I've also got so much health that I don't even think I can die with 5 grenades. So we're just going to pause and restart there like that. What this does is there's actually so many enemies in this level specifically that restarting the checkpoint actually gives you a higher frame rate, just because there's so much that you leave behind. And so when you typically get here, you're running at about half your frame rate, which is normally it's not an issue, but it can be an issue here, where you just don't have enough time to aim where you need to aim. Here I'm destroying these last 2 nodes. I destroy them in this specific order because activating the 5th node to start moving, and then activating the 4th node to start moving will, for some reason, bug the game out. And then what'll happen is the 5th node will lose its shield that it normally has. It will lose it much earlier than it should. Normally, it's supposed to lose it when it gets to... Is that everything? Wow, everything. You see there's a little bug blue beam there. That's not supposed to be there. That's typically what appears when the 5th node gets over there. But because we took it out way earlier, there's just a floating beam. And here we got a really hard boss fight. You really gotta try your best here instead.
I've seen this before.
Yeah, so there's a bug with this boss fight. Under the boss is all hitboxes for the boss. And this gun, all its bullets bounce off walls. It bounces off walls between 5 and 7 times. What you do is you just shoot this under the boss and you just melt it. Just completely melt it to 0 health. Very, very useful. I remember that was the first speedrun trick I ever found for this game. Very, very cool. Now we're on the last level, Space Station. This one has no checkpoint on any difficulty, so we really got to make sure we do it right first try. So I'm going to be going for, I'm going to be getting a safety armor I would normally not get, but I'm going to get that just in case. The goal of this level is you've just gotten all the time crystals, so now you got to get out of the space station. There's a lot of Scourge Splitters and Timesplitters to try to stop you. They have a lot of health, just like in their main level counterparts, so you really want to make sure you're taking them out. We're going to drop down, and we're going to get the armor over there. There it is. This armor is just a half armor, but half armor will still be really useful. Allow us to take damage that we normally would not be able to. Then we're going to go this way. So right now we're going to be self-destructing the ship. We're activating that real quick. There's also a Reaper Splitter chasing after us. For the most part, he's not a problem until you get to the halfway point in the level. When you get to the halfway point of the level, you're standing still at a turret, and typically enemies don't follow you outside, but that one will. And so you want to make sure you're taking him out. Fortunately, it only spawns. The game only spawns 3 of it. So I just try to ignore that because that one's going to chase after us. Normally, you take fall damage in this game. Enemies don't. Enemies are immune to fall damage because they are. There's a couple of turrets after us. Take you out. That's the second one. I know that's the second one. See, that's that guy. He just kind of fell down. And we're going to make sure to take out all these turrets one at a time, making sure to get their cameras and taking out enemies as well. A couple of ones following us. Stagger that one, stagger this one. Perfect. And there's another half armor up ahead. But this level, you also have twice the amount of health that you would normally have. But even having twice the amount of health, we are still just getting decimated by the enemies. And this should be the last Reaper Splitter chasing after us. I believe I've only killed 2, so I'm watching that door. It looks like he's not spawning. So we're just going to keep an eye on our left here. It would typically spawn right there. I'm just going to do a couple of grenades.
And this is more one-shotting ships.
Yeah, more one-shotting of ships. I can actually show off a cool little interesting interaction here. Let me go with the left ones first. So for some reason, this turret specifically is either a hit scan or projectile. It's both. What I can do is if you just wait for the crosshair to line up with one of the ships, you just one-shot it. from far away.
Oh, wow, that's really cool.
Yeah. And so it's really interesting. So this gun basically fires twice every time it fires. And either bullet can destroy the ships. If I can do it with, yeah, there we go. We're gonna wait for this one on the left. There's one more ship that spawns. There it is. In the co-op run, you're able to get out here and destroy the first set of ships before it goes away. But the game literally forces you to see that last wave, and it will actually withhold ships until you see the one we just killed. Very weirdly enough. Now there's a couple of enemies left. We're just gonna be taking them out. We got plenty of time on the clock, 5 minutes. I'll take you out. There we go. Headshots, perfect. You see, they just left and right. They keep spawning. Wait for this camera here because there's an armor. We're gonna get this. And we got a minigun now because that makes sense. It's a level of very futuristic things. They just got a pretty sick minigun. Get the camera there. And now we just gotta wait for the elevator. This is the last little section of the level. There's a couple of turrets guarding this area, but for the most part, it's done. Time will be when I complete the last objective, when I enter the ship. They're just kind of running in circles. Not much to do. Just gonna kill stuff, keep going in circles, save health. We got full armor, so we should be okay. We do gotta make sure we don't take fall damage. So in this game, you can take fall damage. It's really hard because there's not a lot of spots where there's actually enough height to take fall damage, but you can still take it. And to avoid that, we watch these lights here, and when we reach the bottom light, we count 1 second, and then we jump off this elevator. This is the bottom light. The bottom of it, now. And then we can just go drop right to the bottom of the elevator shaft. And there's time.
Nice.
Yeah. It's about, hour 4. It's definitely a bit over my estimate. Due to a couple of errors on my part. I apologize for that.
That's
that's
totally
the run.
fine. Yeah, no, I honestly, I think it's really interesting when you see runs where the runner has to, like, you know, do the backup strats and like struggle and try things again, because then it really shows like how much the community has evolved, you know, figuring out what you can do if things go wrong, you know, so you've got all of the options.
Yeah,
And,
we've got,
yeah.
there's so many strats. I've actually gone through and beat this game without taking a single point of damage. Segmented, obviously. But yeah, so I know, like, you know, all the secret things I can do to avoid damage. You know, like your gun, you can be your gun can be around the corner, but your hitbox is not. So your gun can be shooting stuff, but you're not around the corner. So that's something I could use, but every time I tried to, I just died because I had so little health. Yeah, that's the end of the game. Yeah, really fun run.
Sorry, I'm muting my mic in and out because I'm looking up. Oh, never mind. Richard got it. Plug in the Timesplitters 2 speedrun.com page so people can join the Discord. Do you have tutorials for this game or anything that like new runners could use to learn?
We only have our Discord right now. I have some written tutorials of how to do some levels. But some of the levels, they change so often that I have to scrap the whole tutorial because we changed like one little enemy placement or one little kill, and it changes something else later on in the run. Yeah, we do have some written guides if anybody wants to get into speedrunning. You know, we have those. We have lots of videos. This game has been being speedrun for 20 plus years now, so there's, you know, a really long, deep history behind it. Really cool stuff.
Yeah, excellent. Well, thank you for the run.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah, of course. Just got a few announcements before we go to a quick break. If you missed any of the GDQ HotFix shows, including the Timesplitters 2 run that just went, or the Final Fantasy 1 Pixel Remaster that just happened, the randomizer, check out the archive at youtube.com/gamesdonequick. If you're watching this on YouTube, check us out on Twitch at twitch.tv/gamesdonequick. Most nights at 7 p.m. Eastern. And before we go to a break, HotFix is funded in part thanks to subscriptions and bits. So please consider subscribing if you want to support shows like mine and shows like all the other ones on here, or if you just want to hear the sick video game music in the break screen, that's cool too. But we're gonna go to a quick break, and then we'll be back with TimeShift. All right, everybody, welcome back to AIMBOT. Just real quick before we get started again, just want to plug One and Done-a-thon. Shockwave is one of the people who helped me with that. It's coming up next weekend, starting on December 18th. You can see more info at gamesdonequick.com/hotfix. This is a marathon all about runners getting to submit their best game, their favorite game, the game they really want to show off. And so, you know, definitely tune into that because they only get one shot at it, and then they can't ever run the marathon again. So, TimeShift. This is a game run by one of my great friends, Shockwave. I've known him for a long time, and he picked up this game a few years back and told me about it. I was like, hey, I found this really weird, like, Russian game. You should check it out. And this has some of the jankiest physics that I've ever seen outside of, like, a Half-Life game. So I hope you all are excited for something that I've seen Shock get extremely bad at this game in the GDQ practice room while we're hanging out, just because tricks are very random. So please enjoy this run. Go ahead, take it away.
Thanks. So hello, everyone. My name is Shockwave. I brought on along a friend of mine as well with me, Muncha.
Hello, I'm here somehow.
Munch is going to be picking up some of the spots. This game does get a little difficult, a little stressful in some points, but as Amy said, there's a lot of weird jank tricks. We'll get to those whenever we get there, because there's just a lot of stuff that just happens. No, don't want to see those. Cool, forgot about that. That was a feature in old games. This game ranks difficulty in casual skilled elite. The leaderboard category is listed as casual single segment because this game very much benefits from a segmented run, and you'll understand why once we get into the run. But we got a little bit of downtime at the beginning, so I'll go ahead and get started. Time starts when I hit this difficulty screen in 3, 2, 1, go. So the way that this game works, it is just a normal like FPS game. Nothing too crazy here. The first 2 minutes of this level are an auto scroller, so we're just kind of going through. We're getting kind of the setup, the story, stuff like that. I skipped all the cutscenes. Most of them can be skipped. Not all of them. Most of them can. I'll get to the ones that can't be skipped. While we have this free time, though, I'll go ahead and explain like some of the movement things that are important. I do have a sprint ability that I don't have right now. I'll get it about 4 or 5 minutes into the run. I'm waiting for this guy to open the door here. But the fastest form of movement typically on the ground is walking like this. Because if you see me walking around here and then I jump, I'm gonna stay stationary for a second. So jumping is actually pretty slow to do. I'll not be doing jumping in terms of trying to like move fast on the ground. I'll be using jump in a different way. Again, we'll get there. A lot of crazy stuff happening. Fun fact, this ladder doesn't work. It just like doesn't work. You find weird things to do in this room when you're in here for a long time. Quick little story thing. We'll get that out of the way since I have another minute or so until I get to do stuff. The story of this game is you're working for a company that's working on time suits. Your coworker, I think director actually, I went and looked this up just to make sure I said it right. The director of the facility is working on the alpha suit and you're working on the beta suit. Your suit is working better than his, so he does the completely normal thing of taking his suit, returning to 1939 and taking over the world while blowing up your facility and killing your girlfriend. Got it? That's the story. Also, this guy tells me to get down, but, it doesn't matter. I can just jump here and no one notices me.
It's just professional jealousy at work.
So here we're gonna get to the first section. We're gonna do 3 tricks back to back. I'm gonna do them really quickly, but I will explain them because I just kind of have to go through it really quickly. The first trick is we're gonna use a grenade jump to go out of bounds, and then we'll get to the other stuff in a second. So this assault rifle has a grenade launcher on it. That won't work. I'm gonna try that again. Nope, that won't work. So there's an invisible wall I am trying to get over. It's a little tricky because it's kind of higher than you expect it to be. That'll work. All right, cool. So I'll explain what happened there. You can see I'm out of bounds now. So what I did there is a multitude of things. First thing was a double grenade jump. This rifle has a grenade launcher on the bottom. If I hold the button to shoot the grenade, I can actually delay it and leave it on the ground for a little bit. That gives me enough time to then shoot another one to give me extra height to clear that invisible wall. Second thing, I'm out of bounds, obviously. The third thing is I did a trick with quick save and quick load. When you're in the air, you can't actually save your game. You can only save your game when you're close enough to the ground to actually count as like on the ground. So about a frame or two before I hit the ground, I'm mashing quick save to save the game and then reload it. When I reload that save, my falling velocity is set to 0. So I just negated all that fall damage and I can just respawn out of bounds. So we're just gonna walk here to the end of the level, and we're just gonna wait here for a little bit. So I went out of bounds, jumping over an invisible wall with 2 grenades to then come to this ending room with the cutscene. The final thing I'll note here, to give myself a little breathing time, because there's a lot going on here, the end of this level doesn't actually end when the cutscene finishes. There's actually a trigger containing this entire room that if I'm not in that box, I will actually not go to the next level. And that actually is low enough that if I were to let go of forward here, I would fall to the bottom of this room and I would not go to the next level. I'd have to jump into the trigger to then go to the next level. So I'm holding forward here to make sure I don't fall down. All right, a lot of exposition, a lot of them beginning tricks out of the way. We still have one huge trick coming up in the next level that Muncher will explain because it's a little tricky to set up, but you'll see that one many times. So right here, now we're going to the second level, and then here's coming up with the big trick with objects.
Oh boy. Now that Shock can slow down time, what he's going to do is move a barrel to a specific position, and he's trying to get it to move the opposite direction that he wants to go initially. So when he reverses time, it'll push him when he wants to go. And then it's going to try and kick him off of the object because the game doesn't like him being on top of objects when you're in time slow, or time reversal, I guess, for that matter.
Overshot it a little bit.
You'll know it when you see it, folks, trust me.
I don't like this angle, but I'm going to go for it.
Whee!
Oh, that works. Yeah, that works. All right. So, hold up. I need to make sure I land on this tiny strip of land right here. Cool. All right, cool. We got it. All right, that's one of the hardest launches to get like really quickly. So yeah, as Munch has said, when you're on an object while reversing time, the game doesn't like that. So it's just going to kick you off in the direction that it's traveling while you're reversing time. And that really just kicks your velocity like way up. So you just go flying in a direction. Think something to note about going out of bounds. If you walk out of bounds, that's fine. The game's okay with that. If you try to fly out of bounds, like over the gap that changes between inbounds and out of bounds, you get stuck in this invisible wall. When you get stuck in that invisible wall, you can slowly inch your way out of the wall, very, very slowly. You can slowly inch your way out of the wall until you get over land. Once you get over land, then you'll fall. So you saw me there sort of inching my way out of the wall, then back into the wall to sort of control that spot so I can land on something and then walk out of bounds safely. I took a lot more damage than I'm used to. But that whole trick of like flinging myself with an object while reversing time, that's gonna happen a lot. So get used to it. That's a common thing here. So I'm just waiting for that text box on the bottom right to show up. And this guy is kind of broken, actually. He's supposed to be down here, like waiting for this grate, or waiting to open this grate. But luckily, this game actually like fixes that for me. I don't have to worry about fixing that. So we're just gonna watch him do a little dance here. So he's gonna take one step to the right, turn around, and then, boop, now he's over here. The game just knows to fix it. It's great. It's convenient that I don't have to go around to make his animations correct. All right, that's the end of that level. This is a cutscene. I don't care about that. We're just gonna leave him. Here's a slightly new thing that I'm doing. Perfect. All right, triple grenade jump over the wall. So now I can walk basically to the end of the level.
Wait, so you threw 3 grenades there?
Yes. So there's two types of grenades in this game. There's the one that's on my rifle that you can see. That's the second number right next to the grenade icons on my weapon thing. I'm like pointing to the screen like people can see what I'm pointing at.
Yeah.
But there's the two grenade icons. Those are my tube grenades. The regular grenade next to that on the right side of the weapon bar, those are my frag grenades. I can throw those just like regular frag grenades. So I can combine them to do triple grenade jumps if I want to. You can also throw them at enemies and they'll stick onto them like a sticky grenade from Halo. So you can do some neat things with them. But yeah, I'll use that triple grenade jump at least one more time. Also, I can stop time, so I can actually make water a solid object.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Is that so? I'm guessing that's intended there, right?
The water thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's intended. But it is a neat thing that like they actually programmed water to become solid when you stop time.
Yeah, you have to like think about it hard enough to be like, okay, I understand what I'm doing here.
Mm-hmm. All right, this level's kind of short. I'm just gonna jump over this wire instead of walking around. And then I'm gonna wait here for my health to regenerate. And then I'm gonna stand on that. Okay. This looks flat, but it's actually not. It's more like a pyramid with a tiny surface that I can stand on. Oh, I got it. All right, neat.
Nice.
All right, so here, I think I saved. Yeah, we're good. All right, I'm gonna heal then. Let's just save again just to make sure. Please give me that ammo. Thank you. All right, the end of level can only happen when I kill the dudes in this tank, in this, or this truck in that tank. So, just stick that guy, and whoops. You know what? Have a grenade. That should have worked. We'll see if I have to go back. Yeah, cool. We're good.
So, how much? Let's pretend that I haven't seen you play this game before,
Sure.
because that's the best way to do commentary. You know, how much of like you're doing a lot of physics-based stuff to obviously like break the game in half. How much of that is used in like a casual playthrough? Like how are you skipping a bunch of time reversals and time speed ups that you'd have to do with objects otherwise?
I'm gonna give the honest answer here. I have no clue. It has been well over 5 years since I've probably played this game casually, so I don't remember anything about the casual playthrough for the most part. I remember when I picked this game back up again after playing it as a kid. I looked at, I played the game casually, and then eventually I just got bored. I was like, "What's the speed run like?" And then I finished my casual playthrough by doing a speed run. That's the normal way to play games, right?
Yeah.
So,
That's how I played BioShock Infinite.
all right, so let me just skip a small little physics puzzle there just by grenade jumping up there. In a crouched space like this, the fastest form of movement is actually walking diagonally. So you can see I'm walking forward like this. If I walk diagonally, it's much faster. It's almost like GoldenEye. Except for I'm not looking at the ground. Oh, did I wait too long? I waited too long. Okay, I gotta wait. It's fortunate. I was stopping time here to turn the fan blades flat so I could actually walk underneath them, but I waited too long to stop them, so I could not fit. All right, this shotgun is very similar to the Half-Life shotgun for anyone who knows about that. It has a regular fire mode with the left click, and then it has a super shot with the right click, so it shoots 2 bullets at the same time. I'll basically be using the right click one every time. I don't think I'm gonna get lucky. I'm sort of hoping that this door, the shadow of this door opens, but I think he's gonna come out. Yeah, okay, he's gonna come out. Let me through. So there's a time save I could get if I was lucky enough that he opened the door for me and I could just walk through, but unfortunately he just kept them locked and then decided to try to fight me. So using that time slow ability, which is the left icon on the time bar, so you see the blue thing on the top of my screen. Those abilities, it's slow, stop, and reverse. Hold up, I can actually skip that cutscene immediately, which is pretty nice. I'm using time slow, and that's like my sprint ability that I mentioned earlier. It's not much faster. It's maybe a couple percent, but it is faster. All right, this level, it has actually one of probably my least favorite tricks just because of how random it can be. I am banking on the explosion from a barrel to work exactly the way I need it to, and those are random. So these barrels here, I need something to fall down. This might work. I'm sketched about it. Nah, it didn't work. So I'm gonna ride that barrel up to the second floor, skipping all of the stuff I would do here on the bottom floor normally. Okay, that looks like this will work. I'm gonna give this a try. It should work though. I'm specifically taking damage there so I can just heal and then just continue on with the fight. Oh, I didn't mean to time stop there. Okay, cool. The door's open, so then I can move on. So I just skipped the entire bottom floor of this. Okay, bottom floor of the building. Not sure why he was hiding behind the door there. Oh. Hold up. I want your grenades. There you go. I didn't reload the tube. Okay. You only get grenades, so fun fact, your magazine counts as like part of your total ammo. So you actually won't refill on like ammo unless you actually reload the guns. That's why I didn't get any of those grenades from that dude, even though he did have it. He did have some. So I have to reload this tube launcher, and then I will be allowed to pick up ammo. All right, chat, I'm gonna need your help for this one, but you have to make it quick. How do you survive a falling elevator? Amy, do you have any thoughts?
You jump.
Recite the alphabet backwards.
Okay, what if I walk forward? That works too, right?
Yeah, okay.
Okay, yeah.
You just step off right as it hits the bottom.
Yeah, so you're supposed to slow down time or like stop time or something for that puzzle. You could just walk forward and you just survive the, the elevator. It's pretty good. All right, so here we're heading towards the end of the city section. So the game's kind of divided into a couple small sections. The city section is this one that we're in now. We're gonna head outdoors in a little bit, and then we're gonna go into a factory and so on and so forth. So we're heading to the end of like one small section. I didn't think you died, so I'm glad I checked. I'm gonna go ahead and save here. I don't like my health being as low as it is. This might kill me. Yeah, I'm taking a little too much damage. I'm gonna try to wait. Yeah, like that. Just get this guy out of my way. That should be enough to heal. Yeah, that's enough to heal. So luckily enough, I can also skip walking around here by just grenade jumping up this. I do apologize if I'm not explaining every jump, but I hope that at least you've seen enough of these grenade jumps that you're like, oh, he's just skipping by jumping over a wall. Like, yeah, like that's gonna happen a lot. It's gonna happen everywhere. The end of this roof fight is I just hit a button and just make sure everything dies. Mostly everything. It's like I could leave 1 or 2 enemies alive. So we're gonna stick this guy. This is a cool animation. Sorry, bud. I'm gonna stick this other jetpack guy, and then I'm gonna stick this third jetpack guy, and then I'm gonna save my time ability energy if I need to heal. So I'm specifically going to the back because the enemies like to aggro to you back here while you hide. Like there, I'm gonna heal. And I'm just gonna let them all kind of funnel in unless there's one jetpack guy. And cool, we're done. Alrighty, for this section, my hands are off the keyboard. Please watch my camera here so you can see what happens, but my hands are off the keyboard. We are heading into an autoscroller, about 5 minutes long, unfortunately. The only way I can lose time is by using any of my time abilities, but for now, we're just gonna kind of chill and hang out, yeah, for a little bit.
I like that it's the only way you can lose time is by doing things.
The only way I can lose time is by using my abilities.
Yeah.
If I use any of them, I will technically lose time, but you know, it is marathon run, so I will marathon run-esque setting, so I'll just go ahead and use them if I need to.
All right, just relax.
Remember, my hands are off the mouse here. I'm not doing this.
It's a classified prison file. Wait, what are you getting at? Sir, I think Delta Battalion is still alive. Wait. What? They're all on this roster, so they have...
Why does it just turn?
So you're looking at a certain direction, like when you spawn in, and the game doesn't track doesn't like lock your camera to the thing that you're standing on in terms of like rotating you with your ship. So yeah, you just stay looking at the same direction the whole time. I'm standing on a lazy Susan, basically.
Exactly. are you?
That's what we figured out in practice. What, Buncha?
I was gonna say, I like the green accent on the captain's wheel. Really ties the room together.
It is very cool in that like retro future way.
Yeah, reminder, this game takes place in 1939 in terms of the timeline.
Uh-huh.
I looked it up before the run because I thought it was like the 40s or the 60s, one of those, and then I was like, okay, let me just double check. It's 1939.
Look alive, we got a bomber overhead. More mines coming.
Someone in chat talked about Joy-Con drift. Yep. That's pretty good. Yeah, this first section is just mines. They're pretty easy to shoot down. The second section is the only one I have to worry about. I sort of have to hope the planes don't shoot me a lot. It's kind of random. No, it is random. I know, I think a showrunner and also a friend of mine, Church, he runs this game as well. He constantly gets shot out of the turret in this section because you actually are your person. You're not just the turret here. It's kind of funny. You're not a vehicle here in this section. You're actually your person just sitting in a turret, so it can cause problems. Because the turrets, the planes can get lucky, and if they do hit you like that, it's 33% of your health in one bullet. So if you get hit 3 times directly, you are dead.
Jeez.
It's pretty rough. And remember, I'm on like easy difficulty, and I die in 3 hits if I get hit. But then again, the main objective of this level is to protect your airship, not yourself. So I guess you can call it a small oversight that that's possible. Come on. All right, we made it through all the hard stuff, so I shouldn't need any of my time abilities anymore. I'm just gonna destroy these land turrets with bullets. Oh, that guy caused me some problems. There's another one I can shoot, that guy. I do apologize if the camera going in and out a lot is a little motion sickness inducing to you. It is technically the fastest way to turn my turret if I need to make a quick turn. I do apologize for that, but it is faster than just like flicking my mouse a lot. All right, I think we're in the clear at this point. I'm just gonna go ahead and kill all the ships just to make sure. Oh, that's gonna hit. The ship's health does regenerate slowly over time as well. You can sort of see it increasing slowly right now that nothing's hitting us.
Yeah, you know, those 1939 nanobots repairing it.
All right, so we're pretty much in the clear now. I could theoretically take my hand off the mouse and keyboard and we would live. Or I can go like explore the ship if I wanted to and be fine. You know,
What happened last time? That plane nearly hit you.
See? The plane almost sideswiped me off my whatchamacallit, sideswiped me off the platform.
You're going in for Delta Battalion. Their Zep was shot down months ago.
Alrighty, so we're just waiting for this level to end at this point.
You're the only one who can get in close.
Favorite part of the game. This is the only like long auto scroller. There's a shorter one later that's only about like a minute and a half long. So luckily we're just getting this part out of the way and we can move on to the next section.
Yeah. I almost feel like it's better to have auto scrollers near the beginning of levels, just because, or the beginning of games. Runs.
Yeah, it just gives you a small break.
Yeah.
All right, so this will be theoretically one of the shortest levels in the entire game because we're going to use an object boost to get onto this mountain behind us. I'm gonna wait here for this ATV to come up, and then I'm just gonna destroy this dude's ride. Oh man, I am 1 bullet short. I'm gonna try this. I don't think this is gonna work though. Yeah, it's not gonna work. Let me figure out what to do. Let me just do that.
Oh, so polite. Got off and everything.
Okay, cool. We got it.
Good.
Yeah, cool. All right. Yeah, so that, I had to really improvise there. I normally have way more shotgun ammo than that, so had to make that work. But now that I'm on the mountain, I can just look at that. I can look to the left. I can find that, and then look to the left again. And then once I look for this, there you go. Here's the end of the level. It's just right behind us.
Yeah, I think this area was the first thing you showed me when you were like, "Hey, I'm learning to speedrun this game. Look at this wacko skip."
Yep. Also, I have an ATV now.
It seems Crohn's working
Don't worry about it, though.
this prison off the books, but we know the crash settlement is close.
Oh, wrong button. I meant to hit time stop. I hit time slow instead. No big deal.
Location. It seems Crohn's
That if that's the funky death I have for this run, yeah, we'll go with that.
settlement is close. Send reinforcements.
All right, we're gonna grab the most powerful weapon in the game for most part. Ooh, nice grenade, buddy. All right, this is the most powerful weapon in the game. It is an explosive crossbow. It one-shots basically everything I'm gonna fight for the most part, as long as I just hit him with it. Man, these guys with their grenades on this run. All right, cool. Everyone's dead. All right, Muncha, do you want to explain fall damage, or would you like for people to see how it works first? Either or.
You
Why
know,
am I stuck? What the?
Let's give the people a mystery to look forward to.
Okay, we'll go with
Maybe.
that. So I'm gonna set up another object fling because I need to get to the other side of this ravine that I'm near. I don't like this, but I'm gonna go for it. Ooh, perfect. Look at that. All right. So, if this was a normal video game, I probably would die from this, but I don't.
Yeah, all the game cares about when calculating fall damage is your start point and your end point. If your end point is higher than where you started, you don't take fall damage, no matter how far you quote-unquote fell.
Yep. So because the start of my jump was all the way over there, even though I ended on that mountain, it doesn't care because I jumped so high, quote unquote.
Yeah, but that's like how real life works too. Like if you fall up a ladder, you don't get hurt in real life because you're higher than you were.
It's not. Who told you how ladders work?
I know how ladders work. I'm getting a house soon. I have to know how ladders work.
Continue current progression.
So here, you're gonna see the real power of this crossbow and just how absurdly good it is. Oh, I missed that dude. You get a crazy amount of ammo for this thing, and it doesn't matter where you hit them, the explosion will be enough to kill them. It is just that good. Like, I can shoot this guy in the leg here, and it still kills him. So here, I'm waiting for a specific trigger before I slow down here. You okay there, buddy? Guy just screamed. I haven't heard that before. All right, I didn't get that kill. Unfortunate. There's some special dudes that spawn out of these boxes here, like that. Oh, I stick them. Oh, I got both of them. Neat. Those enemies have similar things to my time abilities. Like they move around really quickly and stuff, but they're basically only a threat right here, and even then, that was hardly a threat. So I just picked up a bomb. It's the only time we're going to be picking up something to use. I'm going to put it down, and you can survive this explosion just by wrapping around this wall right here. So you don't really have to worry about much. And now we're just going to wait here for hopefully my time ability energy comes back up right just in time for me to use it to walk on water again. Although this water is electrified. So if I do step in it a little bit, it does hurt. Oh, please. And then we're going to do the one skip for this level, which is to jump over this wall.
Hey, who is that?
I said we're going to do the one skip where we jump over this wall.
Who is that?
Oh, that does a lot of damage.
Yeah, first try.
Yeah, first try. Okay, this room is based on what batch of enemies you kill. So once I kill everything in this room, these two dudes spawn. And once these two dudes are dead, this guy spawns.
What's with the suit?
And then we can just free our men, and then we can leave.
Magistrate comm chatter just went up 100-fold. There's talk of level 4.
And that's basically in this level. We're just going to walk to the end here. Something to note, this is where normal mechanic of the game does come into play. It is your ability energy does persist between levels. So if it's not fully charged when you enter the level, it will stay that way when you enter the next level. So I'm specifically letting my energy fill all the way back up before I start the next level, just to make sure I have it. All right, and then just to be safe here, I'm gonna set this car up to blow up, but I'm gonna let this cutscene play. If I was really smooth with getting this to work correctly, I can skip this cutscene, but if I miss, I have to watch it every single time I miss. So it's worth it just to watch the cutscene. And then I'm gonna save, and now we're gonna do another car launch with this tire. Oh baby, yes, 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 right there. Oh, that's so good. Oh, this is a perfect launch. Oh man. One thing I love about running this game, when you get a good launch, ooh, it feels so good. That was perfect. That was like, I almost hit the trigger in mid-flight, which would have just taken me to the next level. That's one of the things about like the segmented run. They just line that up perfectly and they just hit right into the trigger on the first try, and it's crazy. And segmented is just full of that stuff. It's crazy. So again, like if you have 30 to 45 minutes after you're done, you know, watching this and stuff, give that a watch. It's even wilder than what you're seeing here. But for the most part, this level is not too crazy. There is something I could do to speed this up, but I'm not really good at triple grenade jumps on flat surfaces. The one I did earlier was I was on a hill that those grenades were down below me, so I had a little bit more leeway in terms of damage. The faster strat is to do a triple grenade jump over this barbed wire, but again, it's a little tricky. I'm not quite up to snuff on it, so I don't bother doing it right now. Instead, I just walk around here and then do a couple others safer strats. So here, we're just walking to this. There's a cutscene. You can see the dudes are just waiting for me right there. We're just gonna call them the dudes, I guess, from now on. But the dudes are waiting for me. But I can skip their cutscene by just jumping over the barbed wire on the left. So just like this. Who cares about cutscenes? And all these ammo boxes, I forgot to mention, these are ammo boxes. They're everywhere around the campaign. They give you unlimited ammo. Well, not unlimited, but they will always fill your reserves, just if you stand on them. So for the most part, if I see one, I'm gonna stand on it to get my free tube grenades for my rifle, because those are just so useful. It really doesn't hurt to just wait a couple seconds to get some free ammo. All right, and then this one, this is like, this skip is sort of funny. It's like it's just like an unintended dev oversight, and I don't even know, like they obviously didn't think about this, but if I line myself up here about like this, all right, let me reload. I'm just sort of getting this angle perfect for this tube launch, like that. There's a barrel just sitting up there that actually is a little unique. When I reverse time on it, it won't kick me off, and I can just skip over here. Also, I don't really like ladders, so we're just gonna do that.
Just hit the ground at Mach speed.
It's like weird that one barrel is just like in the perfect spot to use to just get up the hill, you know? Like, okay.
I mean, to be fair, I also don't think they were like, oh, our players are gonna reverse time and just bounce off barrels.
I mean, that is a very fair thing. Also, cool animation again. All right, sorry, dude. Yeah, like I highly doubt they were considering that, but it's just funny that that's just in the perfect spot to do that trick. Also, this cutscene is unskippable. If it does have a place that I can hit the button to skip it, it's probably like a 2 to 4 frame window. This game's weird like that. Some cutscenes you can skip right away. Some have this weird small window. That one probably has a small window. It just hasn't been found yet. Alrighty, and then this puzzle. So this puzzle's supposed to be a little tricky. You're supposed to like walk to each section, disable turrets, and all this other stuff. I can just wait till this turret goes flat, time slow, and then I can walk to the end and solve the puzzle. Really difficult puzzle here. I'll go ahead and I'll start this bit early. Chat gets to have fun here. Chat, if you have any emotes involving a chair, bring them on out for the next like 30 seconds. I think Twitch has like a table one. It's like a default table one. That works too. We're gonna use this chair. We're gonna say hello to the chair. It will come back eventually. But yeah, that'll work. All right, so we're gonna launch this chair in a direction. Hopefully get a good launch. Nope, not quite.
Just stop now! How'd you get here?
That should work. It's so close. There's an invisible wall on top of that canister, so I need to get over that. Get me over. Oh, come on. You're so rude. Come on, chair. That's probably not gonna work, but I'm gonna try it anyway. Oh, well, if I could land on the chair.
You, stop!
Really? All right, can I just like, no, all right. The chair is really trying to like milk its time in the limelight here.
Hold on there.
There we go. That's what I wanted. All right, neat. So you wanna know what I skipped with that? I skipped walking around. That's all I did. That's like basically a swag strat. With how many times I attempted it, it would have been faster just to walk around. Hello? Thank you. I don't know why I wasn't pushing.
Attention. Exhaust system. Please.
All right, last time I tried this in practice, I had to do the walk of shame. Let's hope I can get it this time. Also free ammo. Remember, I don't like ladders. It never gets old. You just fall, just the glass cracking, and then all of a sudden you just respawn. You're like, yeah, that's fine. All right. I'm trying to get onto this pipe over here so I can skip walking around again and then do the walk of shame. What am I getting my head stuck on? There we go. Hey, behave this time. All right, cool. I just vanished. Yeah, I'm right there, buddy. All right, it's not gonna hit this button. I can slow down time and I can get in the vent. All right, cool. No walk of shame this time. Let's go. All right, so this is a time reversal puzzle. You have to use time reverse to solve the puzzle. Normally, time reverse drains a crap ton of energy, but for these puzzles, they actually like reduce the amount of energy it drains just for this section, just for this puzzle. There might be an issue that comes up with it. Hopefully it doesn't happen, but I'll explain it if it does happen. All right, so for the most part, this is just kind of like I'm walking around. I'm just gonna skip a bunch of small sections and then go to the end of the level. This is basically a catwalk maze. So like it's one of the catwalks everywhere. I have to just figure out where to go, but because, you know, oh, that might be bad. Okay, we're good. Just because I've played this game a bunch of times, I already know where to go, so I don't have to worry about it. So we can just kind of have a nice casual stroll through the factory.
Yeah, I was about to say, what if there's a game where you didn't know where you were going every time you played it, and then I realized that I was describing roguelikes, so never mind.
There, I'm abusing time stops healing ability. So when you get to, we'll say like 25% health, if you stop time, you do heal. So I was abusing it. By the way, the chair's making its return. This is the only other time we'll see the chair, so chat, this is your time to have fun with chair emotes, or the table. All right, hi, bye. That dude just literally shows up, shocks you a little bit, then just disappears. All right, so use this chair one more time. That wasn't a good one. We're gonna try that again. Bye. Okay, we're gonna try that again. All right, cool. All right, so we're gonna save this here. We're gonna play Counter-Strike a little bit and surf on this railing. We're gonna try that again. We're gonna surf on this railing right here. There we go. All right, we're done with Counter-Strike. That was cool. And remember, we don't like ladders, so...
Oh, man.
It is every time. What's faster than a ladder? Just falling.
Just hitting the ground.
I'm gonna save there because if I do have to reload, that means I have to rewatch that cutscene again. I'm gonna have to wait for the door to open again. I don't want to do that. Here is a fire puzzle. You're just supposed to time stop through it so it doesn't hurt you. This guy's gonna have a bad day at work. That's unfortunate. No, okay, he's having a really bad day at work. Come on, let me over. There we go. Normally I don't like ladders. I know I just lied there, sorry. There. All right, I'm blowing that up early because that's my exit path, and I'm just basically triggering that early. All right, so neat double grenade jump here. Gonna do that there. Really? Okay. I landed right in between the railings. I've never done that before. Let's try that again. I just got shot out of the air. What?
Tonight is really a night for enemies like showing up and, you know,
That was incredible.
earning their paychecks.
I've never seen that. Normally the snipers, when you're moving that fast, they'll just miss. I've never been shot out of the air like that. That's incredible. So here, oh, you gotta be kidding me. That's incredible. I've had that happen before. I forgot to save. That's my fault. Triple kill. All right, luckily I have 2 grenades. I need 2 tube launcher grenades and a frag grenade for the next level. It is very, and I mean very important. I lose like 4 minutes if I don't have those materials. Materials? Yeah, we'll go with that. I hit reverse instead of stop. What am I doing?
Just wanted to really show off the game some more.
Yeah. All right, just simple fire. So shooting these barrels early means they're now not on fire, so I can actually walk on those barrels without taking any damage. All right. So here's the hardest triple grenade jump in the game. I'm gonna edge my way out of this vent. Like, nope. Okay, I'm gonna reload. I'm gonna edge my way out of this vent to get my guns back. Like, oh, come on. Okay, it's kicking me out a little bit. Normally I get that first try. So, like, come on. Come on. Not sure why this is the part that's causing me issues. Okay, there we go. All right, so now I have my guns. I'm in the vent now. I'm not supposed to have these. I'm gonna save here. I'm gonna damage myself enough to trigger time stops healing, and I'm gonna do a triple grenade jump to get out of the vent. Yeah, okay. Yeah, this is really tricky. Oh. Yeah, so I'm threading the needle here between perfect damage and perfect knockback. Ah, that was close. Hey, there we go. All right. Now I'm out of bounds. I can walk like this. Walking through the dark, don't worry about it. We're fine.
Not spooky.
Not spooky at all. There we go. We're still out of bounds, technically. I'm not supposed to be up here. I guess we'll play Counter-Strike, sure. And now I'm in bounds. And I'm at the end of the level. So, whew, okay. That grenade jump is very tricky. Again, I'm trying to thread the needle between not killing myself and getting enough, being close enough that the pushback pushes me out of the vent.
There you are. We just intercepted a system-wide transmission. They are coming.
Okay. Munch, do you remember the details of this one? Where I'm trying to go vertically.
No, but I think it involves a chair.
Not quite. It would be funny though if it did involve a chair. The problem with this one is I have to... Did I not get a grenade? Ooh, this might be difficult. I hope this has a grenade. Does this have a launcher? It has a crossbow. Okay. We're gonna do this a little different. I just found a strat that used a tube launcher grenade to do this consistently, and now I don't have one. So we're gonna make this work. I need to go vertically, and that's what makes this level so hard. Is doing an angle jump is pretty easy. Doing a completely vertical one is very hard, because any deviation from vertical will cause me to miss. So it's kind of just like setting up a perfect. That might work. That's too far. I probably won't be able to fix this. Yeah, no, I can't fix that. I have a backup save for this just in case I need it, but I gave myself about 2.5 minutes per tricky one of these object boosts. I forgot the time slow. To try them out, just so it's that way I give it a good old try, because there will be some days that these just don't work as hard as you try.
Yeah.
That might work. Oh, okay, yeah, we got it. We're good.
Nice.
Oh no, don't, no. Okay, we're good. You can go too high and it will kill you. Remember, fall damage doesn't exist.
But going too high will kill you.
Yes, going too high will kill you.
The opposite of fall damage.
Well, you run out of oxygen that high. You
Yeah,
go
went to space.
Yeah, you go to space.
Okay, okay, this tracks.
It's bad for you.
Space is bad for you.
Yeah.
All right.
Both outer and personal.
All right, I'm pretty happy with that. That was
All right, listen up. I'm gonna lay this out real
that was the hardest. That was the one I was worried about the most. Like I said, going vertical is very hard. I have maybe a couple degrees of error versus other ones where I'm just like in this general direction. I don't really care where, just in this direction. Whereas here, like, no, I need to go up. So
drop you in on him from the sky.
that was like 5th or 6th try. Pretty happy about that. So like I said, like during one of my practice runs or practice sessions of just that skip alone, I've had times where the barrel just doesn't kick me off, and I don't really understand why. It just doesn't kick me off, so I can't even like attempt it in the first place, and it just did that for like 4 minutes. That's just like the nature of running this game, is sometimes this stuff just doesn't want to cooperate. There's only so much you can do. I will also take a like small 10-second little detour to show off something funny here. Most objects in the game behave the same way when you save and load load the file. There's one object here that doesn't follow those rules. There's other objects that do. I just don't know all of them off the top of my head, but it's okay, this barrel here. Cool, first try. I'll take it. And then I'm going to stop slowing down time. I'm going to reload my save. It just stays in the air. This is like one of the few objects that does that. I don't know why, but it kind of makes it nice for us because we get to set up like really easy launches like this. I might have to, I'll probably have to do the backup for this. All right, cool. Maybe? Yeah, I'll do the backup. Okay. Alrighty, so backup for this is pretty easy. Just jump on top of the vent. And then, whoops. Okay. Let's let our health regenerate. And then just hold up and we'll just, nope. And just, oh my God. All right, let's reset, back to square one. I'm not getting the height. What's going on here? There's a backup. There's the trigger extends a lot lower than you think it does. You can just jump into it from down here. Dude, backup's easy.
We've got the content now, man. You don't have to throw anymore. It's okay.
If only it was that easy just to say, yeah, stop missing. All right, so here I'm just skipping going around so that way I can hit a trigger when I want to hit the trigger. I'm just gonna go ahead and let my health regenerate because I can die here. So save. Once this objective hits from the wrong side of the objective, I can just slow down time and then I can walk through this door. You're not supposed to be able to do this, but because I'm entering the trigger from the wrong side, I have way more leeway for that than I'm supposed to. So I can just, that's a 30-second level, 45-second level. It's just, luckily enough, you could just like jump around the trigger. Okay, so this is the other scripted time reversal sequence. Again, I'm gonna wait a couple extra seconds just to make sure that this works correctly, because otherwise I have to wait even longer to get it to work. That should be enough time. Yeah, we're good. Maybe. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! 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 Okay, I can wait here. Hey, got a little worried there. I have not failed that in a long time.
What did you
Yeah,
fail?
yeah.
Just like getting in the door?
Fail, you don't have enough energy to get through the door. And then the fan takes you away and, yeah, does what you expect.
It gives you a cool, refreshing breeze.
Yeah, it's a cool, refreshing summer breeze.
Yeah.
That's what it does. Alright, so this level doesn't have any skips. We're doing this one basically intended. There's some neat strats that you can do to like get a barrel from the bottom of the map and then launch yourself up to the top and like do something really funky, but it's you're in such a small space just because you're in a small hangar that it's really hard to set up and do correctly. So you could do it, but it's very difficult. So yeah, we're just gonna kind of walk around, just hit some buttons. There's nothing really crazy going on for us to this level. Hi. Thanks for that.
I just realized for this whole time I've had your stream muted on Discord, so I couldn't hear any of the game audio.
All good. Oh no. Okay. Grenade on the door. Chad is having a field day asking what the fan does if I fail. Alrighty. We're basically at the end of this level at this point. I just gotta walk across here again now that the fans are turned off. And the dudes have made it across the walkway. Or made it across the fans, because they don't have a time suit. Only I do. Now they can get to the small little car over here, and we can move to our next stage of our plan to take back, you know, timeline. All right. This is the last object fling I will do in the run. This is also a big thing at Munch is here, because there's a crap ton of things going on, and I need to focus on making sure I don't die. There's like 20 things that can go wrong, and I will die. So, Munch, go ahead and take it away for this one.
Yeah, essentially Shock will need to get on top of an object and then destroy part of it to then line up, I think, another jump or another fling. Forget which, but the whole time he's doing this, enemies are going to be shooting at him, as you can see right here. So there's just a lot to keep track of and a lot of things that can go wrong, because not only are you trying to keep track of what you're doing with the object you're manipulating, but there's also, obviously, you know, my health, the enemies that are shooting at me. And oh my god, did I leave the oven on?
Oh, first try, let's go!
Dang.
Oh, that's perfect. That's fine. I want to
Okay.
get stuck. Can I land on the Zep? Yes. Cool. All right. I'm happy with that. That was a great launch. Now I can save on top of here, and then I can fall. Let me in. Cool. Save the game, and skip to the end of the level. Perfect. Really good Repo Man section. So yeah, as like Munch just said, there's like 50 million things that can go wrong. The barrel could get shot by the enemies. The enemies could push forward aggressively and have all of them rush me. I can get stuck on a grenade, or get stuck by a grenade right when I load my save to reset up the trick. I could have the fling go in the wrong direction. I could have the barrel go in the wrong direction. I could have the enemy shooting me while I'm setting the barrel. Like I said, an absolute plethora of things that can go wrong there. So it's just better just to focus and make sure you'll get that one trick correct and then move on. All right, so here's the 1 minute, minute and a half auto scroller I was talking about earlier in the other section. I believe the only thing that can slow you down here besides your abilities is not killing all the helicopters. I don't have concrete proof. That is just a theory. All right, cool. They're all dead. So now I can just go wait. Whew. All right, so at this point, we're just waiting to dock the Zeppelin so we can move on. Ooh, I'm like surprised how well some of these physics launches are going, especially that Repo Man one. I got that first try, first-ish try.
Yeah, it seems like everything's been going pretty smooth. Judging from like, obviously I've seen you run this in the past, and you know, I've seen you fail the Flins a lot in the past, so it's just really cool. This is going really well. Church,
I see you in chat
telling you to do
asking
the
for the swag
strat.
strat. I don't know what you're referencing. I'm sorry.
Well, you gotta do, you do something and then you call it the swag strat.
I don't know what swag strats are left in the run, because there's only 2 levels left. We're at this level, and then we have the last level coming up shortly.
Explosive materials detected in proximity.
I hope that's enough. Cool. Oh, you kidding me? A super shotgun shot did not kill him. There we go. All right, cool. Oh, good. More diagonal crouch walking, just for a little bit.
Damn, we felt that out here. Assuming you're still alive, get to the
All right,
control
so for the most part, this level does not have, at least I'm not doing any skips. There is a skip you can do off the Zeppelin where you get off it early, but it's RNG based on one of the guys in the turrets having the correct angle to push you off early. Cool. All right, oh, come on. All right. Small time reversal puzzle here. Nothing crazy though. Oh, please. Okay. I go on so few ladders. I'm not used to the timing of how to get off a ladder.
Alert. Stand clear of the loading area. Cargo loading on train platform.
All right, so for this part, I'm just gonna tank all the damage and just heal when I need to. So like there, because it's faster just to tank it. There's no sense in trying to kill everything. I can shoot this stuff, but like in the end, it really won't matter that much. Ooh, that was a little risky. Please don't crash. Thank you. Okay. I had it crash in one of my practice runs right on that transition. All right. So we're at the last level of the game. As I mentioned at the beginning, this is the first and the last level. So we've completed the loop. We're back at the start. But this time we're going to win instead of get blown up.
Optimizing reflexes for tactical advantage.
So this game follows the idea that you crash, you lose all your stuff, but once you get back into the fight, you get all the really powerful stuff. So all of it's just sitting right here conveniently in this building for me to take. This one can shoot through some walls, so I can just like walk through stuff. And then that's the last wall I'll blow up. Thanks for your service. This guy's gonna have a bad day. All right, cool. Alrighty, so now I'm going to skip this first section of the boss. I need this gun. I'm gonna blow up this wall. And I'm gonna get myself on this wall right here. I think I can actually, yeah, I can actually do it early. And cool, I have just skipped basically all of the boss. Now I'm running towards the end of the game. Like we have just to wait like 1 more minute and then we're done. So the boss is kind of neat. It's divided into 2 phases. You're supposed to fight the first phase with the 3 turrets on top. You can sort of see like a little beam coming out there. There's 3 turrets on top of the boss you're supposed to kill. And then after that, the wall explodes. Then you come over here for the final phase. But because I'm just here, the game is like, hey, what are you doing over there? Okay, I guess you're on the final phase. And then it just moves the boss over for you. So you can just do the final phase. Because the only part that matters on the boss is the bottom turret right here. Hold up. Right here, this one. It also is immune right now until a certain point in the area, which is this pointy building here. By the way, time ends when the turret on the bottom explodes. So on the 3rd shot, 1, 2, time, come on, time. Sorry, Richard. So, actually, I'll pause it now because otherwise we have to watch a cutscene, and it takes a little bit to get through. We'll just go to the menu while we wait for that. I do want to note I was timing that in-game time that PB'd by basically 3 minutes.
Nice.
So yeah, that went way better than I expected it to. Pretty happy about that. Alrighty. Not often that you PB that well. That was a 54-58. Just saying it so it's in the video because I don't want to have to go back and like time it again. But yeah, 50. So I'll take it. All right.
Yeah.
Can
So
let's see. Go
so
ahead.
where can people go to learn this game? If they
So
wanna
you can learn this game. I don't believe there's a tutorial. I could be misspeaking here. It's been a while since I've looked it up. But there is a speedrun.com page, speedrun.com/timeshift, all lowercase. This version on the bottom here, if you were playing this game on Steam, you need to update it using the files on the website so you can play the Steam version correctly. And then also, side note, just make sure people say this if they're interested. If you want to play this on modern hardware, you need to use a Steam guide on the page to update your game to work. I'm not gonna say like how to do it because it's kind of sketch, but like if you want to play this game on modern hardware, follow the Steam guide. It will get the game running on your computer.
Incredible.
In other words, if you want some help learning the game, there might be a tutorial out there. I'm not sure of it. You can reach out to me directly, either on Twitter or on Discord, or you can poke me on YouTube or Twitch. I'm happy to help teach you if you would like to learn. Church and Shard is also in chat. I'm sure he would like to get you started as well.
Awesome. Well, if you got any other shout outs, feel free to hit them. Otherwise, that'll
Sure,
be the.
Okay, can I show off my couple things as well?
Yeah.
All right, cool. So there's two things I want to show off. One, I have not shown off to Amy because I found it on accident while trying to get this game to work.
Right. This is the thing you wanted to. You were like, I can't show you.
Yeah. So this is the first thing. The first thing is, as you play the game, you unlock stuff. You unlock the cutscenes to watch. You unlock the audio if you want to listen to stuff like here. But you also get the concept art, which is kind of cool. You don't normally get that nowadays. This image kind of looks a little weird. Like it looks a little off. Let me go ahead and make one tiny adjustment. Sorry, Richard, this might mess with the way the game is displayed on stream. It won't be that bad. So I lowered my resolution to a 4:3 aspect ratio. Now if I looked at the concept art, that looks right. So the concept art in the menu stretches to your aspect ratio for some reason. It doesn't display correctly unless you have a 4:3 aspect ratio. Again, this game was made in 2007 before widescreen was like probably fully adopted by the mainstream. So concept art doesn't work correctly. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'll fix my resolution for the other thing. This other thing will require me to restart my game. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. But I have a thing prepped for this. So there is a config file. I know there's a green screen. Give me a second. There is this config file in the games folder. I was messing with this, trying to get the game to run, trying to like change all the settings because on modern hardware, this game does not run by default. So I was going through here, messing with things, and then I found, PC Gamer's Dream.
You have to restart the Discord stream as well.
Yeah, that's fine. But I found the FOV, like PC Gamer's Dream. They love messing with FOVs. They love doing all this stuff. So I was like, cool. I get to set these ahead of time. This is not like a setting in the menu to like mess with these two. So I was like, okay, let me set it to something I like. Let me just set it to 90. 90 is a good number. So I'm going to go ahead and set it to 90. And then I'm going to reload the game. And stuff's going to happen. Go ahead and load into the game. Make sure that loads up first. And then I'm going to put this on so that way Amy can see what I'm doing as well. Turn that off. All right, chat can see the game now. Well, it should be able to see the game. Alrighty, so what we did is we changed the FOV to 90. That is all we did. We changed it from 77.5 to 90.
Okay, so I was going to ask what it was at before.
Yeah,
that doesn't seem too bad.
No, it doesn't seem that bad. I got to scroll here because I like doing it on the beginning level. It's much better. That looks correct. Looks like the right level. Yeah, cool. Alrighty. So my weapon FOV, that's in reference to the model in the bottom left, how like far forward and back it was. You saw with me, mine was like really far forward and it was like a little small. That's the way I like it. I want it to be just like not obtrusive, but in this version, it's really close to my screen. We're just gonna play a game. I'm gonna walk forwards in this direction. Amy, I want you to tell me when you see what's wrong, okay?
Okay.
All right, I'm just gonna walk forward. I am only holding forward here.
Your weapon seems to be leaving you.
It's what now?
It seems to be leaving your body.
That looks
Your
fine to
body
me.
seems to be leaving your body.
That looks fine to me.
Okay,
You don't see
you know
anything
what?
else
Never
wrong?
mind. Everything's fine. It's cool.
Everything's fine? Okay, so I'm gonna keep going forward then.
Yeah.
No, everything's fine. So we're just gonna keep going here.
Huh?
Is there anything wrong?
No. Well,
What happened? I mean,
You know what?
notice anything that happened?
what the
Is
heck?
everything?
Wait, why does it stay like that?
Want to know the funny thing as well? Bullets come out of the bottom right corner still. Alrighty, so I'm gonna reload this save. So we walked this way. I'm gonna let myself fall. I didn't mention this, but as you're out of bounds, like walking, you can see I'm falling ever so slowly. I didn't really have a chance to mention that because I only use it really once, but it's really important. Either way, so we walked this way. I'm gonna fall, and I'm gonna walk this way instead. Okay, that sound good?
Sure. Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna walk this way. All right, tell me when you see what's happening. Like if there's anything happening.
I should have expected this.
Let me know when you see what's wrong.
Oh, it's coming back. Why does it do that? Okay, if you let it go for long enough, does it loop back and then?
Yeah,
like,
it'll loop. It'll loop through and then it come back to the bottom right. It will never go to the top right or the bottom left. It will only go in that diagonal from top left to bottom right. But yeah, it'll like loop through and then it'll go to the bottom right corner. So like if I let this go. Whoop, there we go. Arms are coming back. So this is a if you want to get educated for a second, this is what happens when you have the wrong type of number in the wrong spot. So the game was expecting a decimal number, something dot something, and I did not give it that number. So for some reason, that has an error with how the numbers are calculated, and the weapon models just do that. Whatever you want to call that, it just does that because I gave it the wrong number. So fun little tidbit for anyone who wants to know how like games work. This is the kind of weird stuff that can happen if stuff is not configured correctly. So either way, those are the two things I wanted to show off. So thanks, Amy, for indulging in that.
Yeah, of course.
But I'm all good from my side. Thanks for watching TimeShift. I hope you all enjoyed it, chat. Again, if you want to follow me, it's either twitch.tv/shockwave, as it is, I think, up there, or my YouTube as well. Either one that's you need to find me. Or if you want to run the game, let me know.
Yeah. All right. Well, that concludes the show for tonight. Final things to finish it up. Gonna plug it again because I'm really excited for it. One and Done-a-thon again this weekend, December 18th and 19th. Very, very excited for it. Please look forward to it. Hoping everybody shows up and comes through and supports all the cool runs we got. If you missed any GDQ HotFix shows, if you want to rewatch this TimeShift run, if you want to watch the Timesplitters 2 run, if you want to watch the Pixel Remaster run from earlier, check it out at youtube.com/gamesdonequick. If you're watching this on YouTube and you want to see these live, you want to see all the
humorous things these runners get up to, check us out at twitch.tv/gamesdonequick at 7 p.m. Eastern most nights when shows start. And so I mentioned this because that ending part is definitely going to be on this. GDQ Some of Best Segments has launched, which is a highlight channel with short clips from each run and from main events and from hotfix shows. So use exclamation point highlights to learn more. That glitch showcase is definitely going to go in, just because things like that are just so interesting to see. And finally, last but certainly not least, GDQ 2022 is online January 9th through the 16th. Check out gamesdonequick.com for more info and any detailed schedule updates that you want to see. I'm looking forward to a lot of runs from that. I have a few friends that are running in it, and I hope people come and check it out, because that's I'll be producing for the event as well. I'll be on site with Shockwave, and we'll be making it work from the studio. So that's it for tonight. Tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern, we have Mercy Kill, followed by Never Before Seen. So check us out then, and we'll see you all later.